finished on Armagh 3 goals and 13 points to Derry's 5 goals and 7 points. All 5 of Derry goals coming from their full forward Anya McAllister, and it's no surprise that Derry have listed the same starting 15 as they did last weekend, so they show no changes from last weekend's encounter, while Armagh have made 2 changes from last week's game. Of course, a game that came to a premature end during extra time. Of course, that nasty injury to wing half back for Armagh, Molly Loughran. So Molly doesn't start this afternoon for Armagh, but I am delighted to say she has been listed among the substitutes and has made a recovery and is fit to come on if need be. So that is the good news from the Armagh camp. A little bit overcast this afternoon, not the same conditions as we did see last weekend, but it is still dry overhead, blinks of sun, so it is still warm out there. A little bit of a breeze seems to be blowing across the field, so it's not going to favour either side this afternoon. We have a change of referee also this afternoon, because it's Declan Callahan from Donegal that will take charge of this replay encounter, and there he is in the middle of the park along with the match officials. So the scene is set, and we're going to take a look at both sides, starting off with the Armagh side, a side, as I said, shows 2 changes from last weekend, and in comes the 2 players coming in is number 21 and 19, so that is Fiona Loughran and Aoibhinn Donoghue is the 2 players that have come in, as you will see with the team now listed in front of you. So in goals is Emma Morta, and the full back line of course includes the team captain Sinead O'Neill in there at full back, and it's a pretty strong side. They have showed a few positional changes from the last day. You can see Lucy Doyle has gone to number 14. She started at 13 the last day. Kiva McNally has also gone from number 10 to number 13, and we see that Ciara Lenihan has also moved out from number 15 to number 10. So there is a few positional changes in that full forward line, but 2 in personnel from last weekend. The players losing out, Rebecca Cunningham and of course, as mentioned, Molly Loughran. So hopefully we will see them before the day is out. We now move on to the Derry side. As I said, no changes from the last day, listing out the same side as the last day, and of course the all eyes will be on Anya McAllister, number 14. 5 goals she hit last weekend, so I'm sure during the week Armagh were looking at how they may well stop the Belairn girl, but it's a pretty strong side, captained of course by number 9 Rihanna Doherty, so it's going to be a good encounter. So it's coming to you live with thanks again to our production team here, Just Content, bringing you all the action live here from Father Hackett Park in St McCartan's in Armagh. So stay tuned for what we hope will be an excited game. As you can see, Derry just gone through the warm-ups and Armagh out on the field. The referee in your picture there, as I mentioned, Declan Callahan from the county of Donegal, along with Teresa McKenna, of course, involved with the Derry panel and, of course, Derry County Board, and the Derry team captain there as well, Rihanna Doherty. Waiting on the Armagh captain, of course, number 3, Sinead O'Neill. She'll be joining them very soon for the toss of the coin. So the scene is set here in St McCartan's, the crowd building nicely for what we hope will be a very, very good game indeed here in Armagh, or in Armagh and Derry. A big weekend for both counties, not just this, the under-16 final. Of course, Derry will be involved in an under-14 All-Ireland final tomorrow afternoon up in Abbottstown in Dublin, where they will face Offaly. And of course, Armagh are involved in the Ulster Senior Football Championship final tomorrow afternoon in St Tiernack's Park in Clones, as they try to retain the title against Donegal. So the scene, as we see now, the referee there, joined by the Armagh captain Sinead O'Neill. So both captains in the centre of the park, and the toss is done. And a little photograph now with Declan and both captains, Rihanna, the Derry captain, and of course Sinead, captain in Armagh. So we had thrilling games here last weekend, of course. The bronze final won by Down, the silver final, which is the replay here in front of us, going all the way to extra time, but unfortunately due to that injury, the option and the decision was made to abandon the game due to the injury. And then we had the goal final, a thrilling encounter between Donegal and Monaghan, won by Donegal. And tomorrow afternoon the platinum final between Cavan and Tyrone will take place as a curtain raiser to the senior final in St Tiernack's Park. And Declan just dropped the coin, but I think it's Rihanna that has won the toss. and the shake of hands. So Declan Callahan from Noonanall, Donegal, our official, getting ready to get this under 16 silver final underway, as both teams just gone through their final warm-ups here this afternoon. As a reminder that Armagh have made 2 changes from last week. In comes Fiona Loughran and Aoibhinn Donoghue into the starting side, but there are a few positional changes to the forward line. The only player that's starting where she did last week was Ciara Carr, and don't forget she rattled in 2 goals in the opening half last weekend for Armagh. So there've been close encounters between these 2 teams throughout. They met in the group stages, Derry coming out on top on that one by just 2 points. And of course last weekend they played out a thrilling draw here when both sides had advantages. Armagh led by 2 at half time, but Derry responded at the start of the second half to move 4 points clear. But back came Armagh, and suddenly they were 5 points clear coming down the home straight. But that girl, as I have mentioned before, Ballyhern's Anya McAllister, rattled in her 5th goal and then added on 2 further points to force extra time, as both teams coming in to line up for our national anthem. Armagh down to our right hand side. The breeze possibly a little bit looking at the flags over on the far side, could well be blowing from right to left as we look out here on Father Hackett Park. And credit again to the volunteers and the ground staff and everyone involved here with St McCartans and Armagh. The ground absolutely in immaculate condition this afternoon, and as it was for last weekend's triple header, just the 1 game this afternoon. And brought to you live again with thanks to Just Content, Connor and all the team, Emer and Morgan on camera, giving you all the shots, and down on the pitch giving them close-up shots will be Josh, and of course Cahill and Connor in production, and Mark also. So that is the Just Content team bringing you all the pictures live here from St McCartans and Armagh for this under 16 silver final replay, as we pause for our national anthem and are on Nevian. To Armagh, 5-7 to Derry last weekend. So who will come out on top this afternoon? Both sides showed plenty of glimpses of their quality last weekend, and we're hoping for much of the same this afternoon, as both teams in their huddles. Derry, as you will see, just break away from theirs. Under the management, of course, of Barry McKenna, Brian Harkin, Teresa McKenna, Karen Harkin, and Paul Simpson. And Armagh, under the management of Fergal Green, Aidan O'Rourke, Caroline O'Hare and James Feehan. The man, as I said, in the middle, from Donegal, Declan Callahan. Armagh break away into their positions, and they will be playing, as we look out here from the covered stand, from left to right. Derry back in a little huddle yet again. And the shout goes up from Derry as they break away from theirs. As he said, a massive weekend for both of these counties, not just this under-16 final, but Derry involved in an All-Ireland under-14 final tomorrow, and Armagh involved in that Ulster Senior Football Championship final against Donegal. What is all the ingredients to really serve up a very tasty dish indeed in St Tiernock's Park tomorrow afternoon. Live on BBC if you cannot make St Tiernock's Park tomorrow, on BBC iPlayer and on the website. But our attention at the moment is all about Declan Callaghan throwing in the ball in this under-16 final, and he does exactly that. And Derry are first into the action, coming driving through the centre, and it's the team captain Rihanna Doherty. Doherty lays it off, and a chance here for Natalie McKenna. The first shot in anger from Natalie. It's a dangerous one, but the goalkeeper done very well indeed, did Emma Morta. It was a dangerous one, dropping just under the crossbar, but Emma Morta was secure under the ball, but the referee's going back for an earlier infringement and is awarding a free in here. And it's a chance for Carla Collins from Lavey to open the scoring. Obviously a little tug there on the team captain Rihanna Doherty, she broke through, but a chance here for Collins. Any breeze there is will be favouring Derry in this opening half. It's more of a swirling breeze, but Collins hits that one very well and opens the scoring here from the free inside the opening minute. Carla Collins with the free. We started off last week with a goal for Derry. This week is a point, and in possession now is Maeve Green, but she's been dispossessed, and Derry have it back yet again. And a chance in here, and here's the danger woman now, Anya McAllister. 5 goals last weekend, but she's crowded out, gets it back out to Natalie McKenna. McKenna with the effort, and McKenna with the second point. It's a bright start for Derry. Natalie McKenna doubles their lead to 2 points to no score, as the wind blows in a heavy shower of rain across St McCartan's pitch here. But Armagh have possession, and there's cut out there by Collins. Collins gives it out to the wing, looking for McKenna. Played kind of as a sweeper last weekend, back in the forward line, possibly because of that breeze, but the breeze pulling that one over the far sideline. So it's a sideline ball to Armagh, but you can already see the wind having an effect. In particular, as Armagh struggle to get the ball outside the danger area, but they're passing it through the hands now. And here they come. Good strong run out of defence there. It looks like it's the corner back, Kiva Hurricane. She gives it across, but that's cut out there by Hannah McEldowney. And she lays it off, and a chance back again now to the centre half back, Sarah Loughran. Loughran gives it to Collins. Collins with the outside of the boot into space. It's a good ball too. Looking there for the corner forward. Shona Follett. Follett bends her back, gathers possession, trying to take on her player, looks inside, looking for McAllister, is it? But it comes to Natalie McKenna, but McKenna wasn't really expecting it. Comes as a surprise to her, comes back off her shin. Goalkeeper was quick off her line, but it comes back out here, and an opportunity again for Follett coming in, but it's cut out. But McKenna tries to win it back, but Armagh clear up their lines, and one of those two changes. Aoibhinn Donoghue in possession now as the Armagh support try to buy on the girls to build an attack. It's up along the wing. That's a good ball as well, picked up there, and an opportunity. It was Ciara Carr, it was. That's a good ball up now, and here Kiva McNally was very good last weekend. McNally inside, you can hear the Armagh support. They've came here in their numbers, and that's a good ball in there. Even Aoibhinn Donoghue, she was back in defence winning the ball. She's now up on the forward line. The referee playing the advantage here, but here's an opportunity. It's a dangerous one across. The referee's going back for the free, so a chance for Armagh. And a chance for Armagh. 2 points to no score. And an opportunity here for the Orchard County to open their account. The first attack they have got in, but they are playing into that stiff breeze, and the wind could catch that one. It's a high one. It's dropping down. The referee spotted a little nudge there on Devessa Quinn. The Ballymcguigan girl got out in front, the defender, and she got the little nudge then from the forward, and that's good play there. An opportunity here now for Aoife Gormley. Lays it off to Rihanna Doherty, further on up, and a chance here now to drive forward through Gemma Shivers. Shivers going on, inside her is Shona Follett, and Follett has it, sidesteps the challenge, gets it onto the right foot, but that's not going to come around for her, and that one's going to drift out and go down as a wide for Derry. And that hopefully, when the shower passes, the wind will die down a little bit as well, because it is having an effect here. That's a long kick out. It's a beautiful kick out too. To pick out Aoibhinn Donoghue over in the far side. Plays it inside there. Picked up by Ciara Carr. Carr toe to hand. Put under severe pressure though is Carr. But Carr manages to get the ball over here, and that's a good one too. Over. And a chance for Ciara Lanahan. Scored a goal last weekend. That's a low delivery, and that's what Armagh will be hoping to do. And it's a good one into the full forward. Ciara in here is an opportunity for Kiva McNally. McNally with a chance. McNally with a shot. Goal for Armagh from Kiva McNally. She was in behind the Derry defence. And McNally, the Derry Noose girl, makes no mistake. Low into the bottom corner. And Armagh are off the mark with 5 minutes on the clock. And it's Kiva McNally with the goal, with the finish. The referee awards a free to Derry. But that's cut out over on the far side by Shifra Doherty. Doherty infield and cut. It looked like it was for the number 8, but in there like a shot was Erin Murphy. Murphy driving forward here for Armagh. Murphy trying to take on her player, but looks for support, comes back. The player coming from deep then is Aoibhinn Doherty. Doherty fisted over a Derry player into the goal scorer now, Kiva McNally. McNally using her pace, going around the outside. Fancies another one, does McNally, but this one to the wrong side and wide. But she showed a turn of pace there, did McNally. But unfortunately, drifted out and wide of the target. So it remains Armagh a goal to Derry's 2 points. And the kick out comes from the Derry goalkeeper, Kiva Mullen. But that's cut out there by Armagh. And again it's Ciara Lanahan. Lanahan is fouled there by Rihanna Doherty. Lanahan just told to go back. The linesperson just showing exactly where. So Lanahan going to take this free herself. Up along the wing. Into the full forward there, Lucy Doyle. Had number 13 on her back earlier on, but Lucy Doyle taking out the player there off the ball. And it's going to be a free to Derry. As she went in to make the tackle, Lucy Doyle just stopped her from coming in. And just a hold up and play. Rihanna Doherty is the player. So anyone that you know, Father Hackett Park here, Derry defending the roadside goals. And any breeze there is, which is stiff enough at the moment with that shower blowing in, is favouring the Oakleaf County in this opening half. Long ball forward, picked out there though by the fullback, Sinead O'Neill. The Shane O'Neill's girl plays it inside there, and it's a strong run again from Murphy. It's not Murphy on this occasion, apologies, it's Annie Stanfield. Stanfield back again to Ciara Carr, back out to Stanfield. Stanfield cuts inside the challenge. Stanfield with the effort. That's a dangerous one, bouncing in front of the goalkeeper, but she did very well. Did Kiva Mullen. And Mullen clears her lines out here. Little nudge on the back there of Shona Fullett, just on her own 45-metre line. Leaves the ball down. Going to be taken here by Sarah Loughran. Loughran plays it short. Back to Aoife Gormley. Gormley. Ball didn't go to hand though. And she took it away from her own player there. A mix up between Sarah Loughran and Shona Fullett. And it's up along the wing. Ciara Carr, very close to the sideline, but managed to keep it in play. Gives it up now to Lucy Doyle. Doyle turns inside the marker. Lucy Doyle in here, chance for Carr. Scored a goal last week, she got a point this week. Looked like Carr was in for a point there, or in for a goal, but she took her point. So Ciara Carr extends the lead out to 1-1 to no score with just over 8 minutes on the clock. Bright start from both sides. Derry beginning with the opening 2 points, but Armagh have responded with an unanswered 1-1 in this under-16 silver final, brought to you live with thanks to Ulster Ladies GA and Just Content, live from Father Hackett Park here in Armagh. The kick out over to this wing here, but Aoife Gormley judged it the better and gathers possession and plays a wonderful ball up now to Devessa Quinn. Quinn driving forward here, Ballymcguigan girl, fisted inside, chance here for Shona Fullerton, jinks away from one challenge, gives it back to Quinn again. Quinn inside, but that pass, I was going to say goes astray, but it's a chance here for McCullough. McCullough going through, a goal chance! A goal for Derry, finished by Leanne McCullough, the Ballinascreen girl. And Derry are back in front. Good move from Derry, good finish from McCullough. And Derry lead by 1-2 to 1-1. But here come Armagh again with their goal scorer, Kiva McNally. Lays it off to the midfielder. Drives it into the corner, just over the head there of Lucy Doyle. And going after it, this is a full back. Shannon McCorriston. So 1-2 to 1-1 in favour of Derry. Derry in possession over on the far side. Almost 10 minutes gone in this silver final. Natalie McKenna in possession now. Sidesteps the challenge. Referee plays the advantage. On up along the wing. Picked up there by Gemma Shivers. Breaks away from the challenge, which was Fiona Loughlin. Shivers still going. Sidesteps another challenge. Toe to hand from Shivers. Will she fancy the chances herself? Lays it off. Chance for Collins, but the referee's going back. Little tug there on Shivers. It's going to be a free in to the Oakleaf County, and a chance here for Carla Collins. A point to her name already. So the Labby girl will fancy her chances from this range. And an opportunity to put the Oakleaf County 2 clear in the early stages of this under-16 silver final. Live from Father Hackett Park here in Armagh. As Collins takes a long look at the post, steadying herself. Comes forward. She's not happy with it though, and the umpire has waved it to the wrong side of the post and wide, and that will go down as a second wide for Derry. So it remains, as you will see in your scoreboard, Derry in front by the narrowest of margins, 1-2 to 1-1. As the kick out comes from Morta over to this wing. Cut out though by Shona Fullerton. Fullerton plays the 1-2, back to Fullerton again. And Fullerton coming driving forward here. Looks to get support. Comes from behind is Rihanna Doherty. Doherty fisted across. Now a chance here for Natalie McKenna. On over again. Now to Shivers. Shivers inside. An opportunity here for a goal again. It comes back out. Good save. She was quick off her line, but the chance is still there. And it's buried into the bottom corner of the net on this occasion. Again, I think it's McCullough. I'm waiting for her to turn around. It's looking like it's McCullough again. The first effort was Fullerton, and yes, it is Leanne McCullough. Her second goal of the game. It was a good save from Morta. She denied Fullerton, but McCullough was on hand for the rebound. Here's Natalie McKenna again, as Derry take a hold on the game. Back to Shivers. Shivers with the effort, dropping dangerously, but just to the wrong side and wide. So 2 goals from Leanne McCullough, and Derry lead by 2-2 to 1-1. 2 quick fire goals from McCullough has given Derry the early advantage here with 12 minutes on the clock. As Armagh build over on the far side of the field. Now coming up the wing, and the pick out Lucy Doyle. Couldn't take it first time, could Doyle, but she has time to pick it up. Tries to sidestep the challenge there of McCorriston. She does exactly that, but just as I say that, she lost possession of the ball. And Derry were in there to pick it up, as Hannah McEldowney spreads it over now to Natalie McKenna. Up along the line now to Shivers. Shivers again. But a good challenge comes in there, but Shivers has time to pick it up again. Looks for support. Gets it there from Fullerton. Fullerton taking on the player. Fullerton across the front of the goal. And that will go down as wide number 4 for Derry. But they fancy the goal chances to Derry. They've hit 2 already, and that has them in the lead with 13 minutes gone in this opening half. As Emma Morta gets ready to kick this one out. Straight down the centre, well gathered in the middle of the park. Now it's up with Ciara Carr. Carr sidesteps the challenge there to Vessa Quinn, plays it inside. Has to come forward again. The midfielder here, 18 Trainer. Trainer goes down the one to the challenge. The referee says it was a fair challenge, and Derry have it back again. Rihanna Doherty, low ball up, looking for the forward. She started in behind at Shivers, but Shivers has time to gather the ball. She got out there in front, plays it inside. Chance here for Leanne McCullough. 2 goals to her name already. Can she add a point? Plays it, plenty of height in it. The umpire looks at it, but it's gone out. And it will be a 5th wide for Derry. They've had their chances, but that's 5 wides, although they do lead by 4. The wind, looking at the flags, has settled a little bit since that shower has passed over. As Armagh come forward yet again with Amy Doherty, or Donoghue, apologies. Donoghue, bit of space now for Kiva McNally. McNally coming forward. McNally still going. It's opening up in front of McNally. She's got an option inside her. She's going herself, but she's straight down the goalkeeper, who stood firm, did Kiva Mullen. And Kiva Mullen beats it away. And thankfully for her, there was a Derry defender there to clear the lines for her. And Armagh trying to pile on the pressure, but McBearty, Ella McBearty from Steelstown, gives it over now to Aoife Gormley, the Maherafelt, Donovan Ross girl is stripped as she drove forward. Ciara Carr tracking her back, caught the ankles of the Maherafelt girl. And the referee, Declan Callahan, just noting the number 11 of Armagh into his book. A little tick beside her name with almost 15 minutes gone. Derry leading by that 4-point margin, 2-2 to 1-1. That's a good ball again. Carla Collins just flicks it on, goes for the return, picks it up, lays it back now. Coming from deep now is Sarah Loughran. The Lisson girl fists it inside to Gemma Shivers. Shivers looking for support, gets it into the corner now to Fullerton. Fullerton lays a little dinky pass inside, but it's a wayward one, and it's picked up there by Armagh. And they're clearing their lines, but waiting for that one is Aoife Gormley, but the referee is going back for earlier free on Shifra Doherty. The Kalevi girl clearing her lines, but the referee had spotted that she had been fouled prior to that. So the ball will go back to the hands of Armagh. And they spread the ball away over to the far side through their team captain, Sinead O'Neill. But that's going to be cut out over there by Hannah McEldowney. McEldowney in the battle of the two number 8s up against Maeve Green, but McEldowney wins this one. And now in possession is Anya McAllister. McAllister having a go. That's a beautiful score from McAllister. The quality player that she is. And that's a super point. The first real action. She has got her hands on the ball, and that is the damage she can do. With 16 minutes gone, we go for the water break with Derry leading by 2-3 to 1-1. And there's been plenty of good football. Derry getting off to the bright start, leading by 2 points to no score. Armagh responding with 1-1, but then back came Derry with 2 goals from Leanne McCullough, and then that point there from Anya McAllister, giving them the advantage, 2-3 to 1-1. And it'll be them, as you will see in your picture, the happier at this opening water break. Josh getting you those close-up pictures right down on pitch side in this under-16 silver final, brought to you live with thanks to Ulster Ladies and Just Content, bringing you all the pictures live here. Barry McKenna, the Banisher, shouting out instructions, and there you will see Armagh, Fergal Green and Aidan O'Rourke doing likewise on the far side of the pitch, just twigging a few things that possibly they will not be happy with. Derry have opened them up a little bit too easily. Saying that, Armagh have had their chances. Kiva McNally with 1 goal, and she also tested the palms there of Kiva Mullen just before the break again. It's been a good start from both sides, continuing on from where they left off last Saturday afternoon.
There is an ice cream van at the public stand available for refreshments if you wish to partake. Ice cream van at the public stand.
So, the referee giving them plenty of time here for the water break, as an ice cream van has just pulled in here. So anyone looking at ice cream, there's one here at St McCartan's O'Hare pitch. Not only will you be fit to get an ice cream, you'll see a good game of football as well if you're passing or anywhere close to O'Hare. A reminder again, tomorrow, Ulster Senior Football Championship Finals Day, St Terence Park in Clonus, Armagh taking on Donegal. The curtain raiser will be the under-16 Platinum Final against Cavan taking on Tyrone. And of course, also in action tomorrow, wishing Derry under-14s the very best of luck in their final against Offaly, and not forgetting Tyrone as well. They're involved in the silver final tomorrow in the under-14 All-Ireland final as well against Waterford, also in Abbottstown. So hopefully it'll be an Ulster double coming back down the road as the ball drove forward here. And in now to Lucy Doyle. Doyle needs to get support, but that's well cut out there by Aoife Gormley again. Gormley, a very solid defender, and she's just over carried, but she cut out a dangerous pass inside there. Just took too many turns, and it's a free in. And an opportunity here for Ciara Carr, who's got a point to her name already from play. As she comes forward with this free and make that 2 points now for the Greenmore girl. Reduces the deficit, and I'm sure that's what Armagh were hoping for. immediately after the water break was a good start and the first score. And they have done that to reduce it back to a 4-point game. And here they come yet again, as that one is cut out. They've got a player in behind, and that player has got the ball now, and an opportunity here, and she turns and pops it over the bar. And I think that is Lucy Doyle, and that indeed is the Greenmore girl. So the Greenmore girls tagging on a point apiece at the start of this second quarter, and suddenly 2 quick-fire points for Armagh has them back to within a goal, 2-3 to 1-3 in favour of Derry, as that ball out over the sideline off the hands there of Aoibhinn Donoghue, and it's going to be taken here by Devessa Quinn. Devessa up looking for Collins, but it bounces off Collins, but she's quickest to react there with a very fancy pick-up indeed. And now it's with Shona Follett. Follett has got Shivers in front of her, which she uses. And Shivers coming driving forward now. The Ballymcguigan girl has laid it off inside to Rihanna Doherty. Back to Shivers again, but a strong hand in there from Armagh, but the referee says it was illegally so. And it's going to be a free in and a chance here for Collins from roughly around the same position as she fired over the opening score of the day from a free. And it will suit the right foot of the Labby girl. She missed one from the other wing a little bit earlier on, but she's got one from around this position. There's low trajectory from this one. She's got a disappointing connection again, and she'll be disappointed as that one tails out and wide for Derry's 6th wide of this decider. As the sun beams down here on Fallhacker Park. That's a wonderful ball out of defence from Armagh, beating the Derry press with that long delivery, and that's up forward, but just slips through the hands there of Doyle. McCorriston, the Ballynascreen girl, was happy to gather possession. That's a beautiful ball across the field to Aoife Gormley. She's got Devessa Quinn beside her if she needs her. She sidesteps the challenge inside and uses the player inside. Now Quinn is still there available, and Quinn is used there by Rihanna Doherty. Quinn driving forward here and plays it out to the side to Shivers. Back again. Here's an opportunity here coming through. It was the opportunity for Fullerton, but it's straight at the goalkeeper. But Morta stood firm, and again it's a long clearance out of defence again. Derry are being caught with those long clearances as they try to put the press on. Armagh are fit to kick it over that press, and they find a couple of players in behind. Here's Kiva McNally, lay the ball inside now to Lanahan. Ciara Lanahan, low delivery in now towards Lucy Doyle, slips through the hands of Doyle again, but again McCorriston was there, but she wins herself a free out. But Doyle will be disappointed with those last couple of deliveries into her. She's let them slip through her hand from promising positions, as the goalkeeper spreads it over to this side here as Devessa Quinn races after this one. Just gets there, ahead of her player, which is Shifra Doherty. And the hand of the Armagh girl deflects it out over the sideline. As the Armagh support felt there was over-carrying there, but Derry get on with it. And now it's into Leanne McCullough. 2 goals to her name already. Ball over the top, looking for Shivers. Might be a little bit too much on that. There is. The Armagh defence read that very well indeed. Now in possession is Fianna Loughran. Fianna, another long delivery to Aoibhinn Doherty inside. This is good play again from Armagh. Passing the ball through the hands, coming out of defence. And it's drove forward here, looking for Ciara Carr. But Carr is beaten to it there. Good defending from Sarah Loughran. Now to Derry's turn to move defence into attack. Carla Collins takes on a marker there. Kiva Hurricane getting back at her, but she gets it back now to Aoife Gormley. Gormley inside. Aoife Gormley's hand just tugged as Armagh shouted too long, but there was a little tug the referee had spotted just prior to maybe that extra step being taken, as Collins plays a low delivery into the corner. Again picked up by Shivers, playing plenty of ball in this opening half as Gemma Shivers. Back out again to Leanne McCullough. McCullough onto the right foot, but that's across the front of the goal, and it's gone down as another wide for Derry. Wide number 7 now for the Oakleaf County, but they do lead by 2-3 to 1-3. 22 and a half minutes gone in this opening half, and of course the water break already taken out of that time. That's the long delivery again, but this time Aoife Gormley read it well. Now Gormley coming forward through the centre. Might go herself here, does Gormley. Plays it inside. Here's a chance now for Shivers, going through a goal chance. Shivers with a goal. A third goal for Derry. Gemma Shivers rattles the back of the net. And Derry are finding spaces in the Armagh defence. And they're punishing them with 3 goals inside the opening 23 minutes. As they lead by 3-3 to 1-3. But here come Armagh looking for the response. And we know from last weekend, you can't have a right out either of these teams, even if they're behind. Here's a chance now for Lucy Doyle. Going to earn in a goal. Lucy Doyle low into the bottom of the net. Wonderful response from Armagh. Wonderful response from Lucy Doyle. A wonderful finish from Doyle. Low into the bottom corner of the net, giving the goalkeeper no chances. Raining goals here in Fallahackett Park. 3-3 to Derry. 2-3 to Armagh. As Derry come forward yet again, slips through the hands of Fullerton. Fullerton played it inside, but it's a wayward pass. She goes after it, and she wins herself for free. As she had her hands down for the ball, the boot come in there from Aideen Traynor. And Armagh can't disagree with the decision. And Derry have a free. 24 minutes gone. 3-3 to Derry, 2-3 to Armagh. Ball up into the corner, picked up there by the last goal scorer for Derry, Gemma Shivers. Shivers going forward again. Player plays in behind is Natalie McKenna. Slips through the hands of McKenna though. And Derry, Armagh clear their lines again. One of those long deliveries out of defence, but Hannah McEldowney is alert to that one. But the referee will go back for a free to the Orchard County with half time just over 5 minutes away. Derry 3-3 to Armagh's 2-3. Ball up along the corner, and it's won here by Ciara Carr. Carr encouraged by the Armagh support here in front of the stand. Carr drives it along into the danger area. The hands go up, slips through the hands there of the fullback Shannon McCorriston, but she's time to turn and pick up the ball as they work their way out of defence, but they're put under pressure. And it's Kiva McNally inside now to Lenihan. Lenihan trying to drive forward here for Armagh. Lenihan onto the right foot, just across the front of the post. Looked good from it, left her boot, just curled away at the very end. And it will go down as a wide. Armagh's second of the game, as they try to reduce the deficit, but it remains a 3-point game. As Mullen with a kick out, just through the hands of Ciara Carr, just a little bit too high. Picked up here by Shona Fullerton. I saw plenty of ball, good ball from Fullerton. Heard the shout from Doherty, going through the middle, and the Balearian girl's on her back. Gives it in now to Collins. Collins, but her effort is blocked down, and Armagh clear their lines again. Out here now to Fiona Loughran. Loughran up along the line, but it's going to be cut. I was going to say cut out by the other Loughran, Sarah Loughran, but not on this occasion, because Ciara Carr has it. Wonderful ball from Carr, up looking for Lucy Doyle. Doyle bends her back, takes on McCorriston. Doyle now bearing in on goal. Doyle going for a point. Doyle with the point. Super point from Lucy Doyle. 1-2 to her name already. And it reduces the deficit to a 2-point game. 3-3 to 2-4. Lucy Doyle with the point. As we enter inside the last 4 minutes of this opening half. The kick out coming from the Derry goalkeeper, Kiva Mullen. Picks out Natalie McKenna over on the far side, wins herself a free. McKenna up along the line, looking for the run as Shivers again, takes a wicket bounce, so suited there. Sinead O'Neill. O'Neill comes out of the fence into the centre. Maeve Green lays it off to the full back again. Sinead O'Neill. Sinead O'Neill from the Shane O'Neill's club, of course, the home of Amy Mackin, who will be involved tomorrow, of course, and Blahin Mackin. Very much involved for the Armagh seniors tomorrow, as Armagh under 16s clear their lines there. The battle for possession. Aoife Gormley goes after this one. The foot was in, and like what had happened earlier on, the other way, Derry this time can have no complaints, as the foot went in and the hands were down. And it'll be a free to Armagh with 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining at the end of what has been a very exciting opening half of football, with Derry holding a 2-point advantage. concern here for Aoife Gormley as she receives treatment. Little stoppage. So 3-3 to 2-4. I think they were just checking that the scoreboard was correct. Good news for Derry, good news for Maherfeld supporters. Aoife Gormley back on her feet. A little bit gingerly, but she's back on her feet. And she's okay. So the free will be taken here by Armagh. And it was taken by Annie Stanfield. Back to Stanfield again. Played the 1-2 there. Stanfield coming driving forward from wing half back. Fancies her chances herself to Stanfield. And the umpires agree. Annie Stanfield with a fine point. And we've a 1 point game here with half time fast approaching. Gemma Shibber's goal had put Derry 6 clear, but Armagh have responded with 1-2 without reply, and it's a 1 point game. As the kick out comes straight down the middle, Natalie Mechanic gets her body in front but couldn't hold possession, and Armagh have it back again. The ball forward, picked up there by Sarah Loughran. The centre half back saw the danger, cut it out, but give possession away. Picked up now by 18 Trainer inside now to Stanfield, who hit that wonderful point there just moments ago. Does she fancy another one? She's driving forward yet again to Stanfield. She was tripped, and it might be a chance here as Ciara Carr comes out to take this free, and an opportunity as the clock gets ready to tick into additional time for Armagh to draw level here at the end of what has been a very exciting opening half of football yet again between these two sides. An opportunity here for Ciara Carr. 2 points to her name already. One from play, one from a free. This one's going to drop short, and it's dropped into the back of the net. Slips through the hands of the defender, and Ciara Carr has a goal to her name, and Armagh are in front by 2 points. Ciara Carr, 2 goals in last weekend's game in the opening half. This one coming from a free, slipped through the hands of the defender and into the back of the net. It was one of those dangerous ones, and Armagh will not want half time to come because they're on the front foot here again, but that's well cut out there by McCorriston, the Derry defence, and Derry will be looking for a response now before half time. Good ball out here to this wing here, picked up now. An opportunity for Follett, lays it off there to Defessa Quinn. Quinn coming driving forward here under pressure though from Donoghue. Quinn holds off the pressure, cuts inside, gives it inside now to Follett, and Follett looks for support. That's a little bit too much on that one though, and it slips through the hands there of the Derry player, which was Rihanna Doherty, but referee says play on as Fullerton gathers possession, playing her way through. Fullerton goes down, free in to Derry. We have almost a minute of additional time played, and Derry have an opportunity to reduce the deficit to the minimum. Armagh 3-5, Derry 3-3, but this is an opportunity for Lavies. Carla Collins, who has got 1 point to her name already from a free, has missed the last 2, so she'll be hoping she has learned from them. The wind just not as swirling as it was for the last 2 though, and she's hit this one more gently and more secure, and she fires it over the bar, and that is a much needed score for Derry when they were hit there with 2-2 without reply. They're back to within a point again, but that's another great kick out from Emma Morta. And the Derry press has been cut out as she just lost her foot in there, Sinead O'Neill, but thankfully for her there was an Armagh player beside her. Referee plays the advantage, but Armagh might want the advantage here because here's Ciara Lenihan. Lenihan coming through, cuts inside the challenge. Lenihan fisted over here to Ciara Carr, just too much on it though. It's a race for possession, and Carr holds off, but that's good defending there from the centre half back. Sarah Loughran looked to be beaten to possession, but she managed to hold off the challenge. Plays it up, but the referee says that's it for the opening half. What an opening half of football we've had here in St McCartans. It's Armagh with the narrowest of margins, the lead by the single point. It's Derry 3-4, Armagh 3-5. We'll get the scoreboard just corrected in a moment, but it's a 1 point game. It's Armagh 3-5, Derry 3-4 at half time. Carla Collins with the last score of the game from the free, but it's a wonderful game of football yet again. At the water break, Derry led by 2-3 to 1-1. They opened up a 3-3 to 1-3 advantage when Gemma Shivers rattled the net, but Armagh responded with a Lucy Doyle goal and then a Ciara Carr goal from a free, and suddenly they were 2 points clear before Collins reduced the deficit to the narrowest of margins at the break. So half time here in St McCartans and Ahar, it's Armagh 3-5, Derry 3-4. Don't go anywhere, the second half will be coming up in about 10 minutes or so. And if you've missed the first half, you're sure not to miss the second one. Both teams re-emerge and are back out on the park for the second half of this under-16 silver final, brought to you live here from St McCartan's, Father Hackett Park here in Armagh. Evenly poised Armagh with that narrow advantage, 3-5 to 3-4, after a thrilling opening 30 minutes of football. The referee makes his way into the centre of the park. Derry break away from their huddle. And there he is, Declan Callahan, our match official from Donegal. Just a reminder, tomorrow, the Ulster Senior Football Championship final, Donegal taking on Armagh. And if you're not making your way to Clonus, it will be live on the BBC website, iPlayer. And that will be preceded by the under-16 Platinum final between Cavan and Tyrone. And of course, Derry and Tyrone in under-14 All-Ireland final action tomorrow as well, up in Abbottstown in Dublin. So tomorrow, an action-packed day, as Declan Callahan gets his second half underway. Ball broken down, picked up by Derry as it drives the ball long. Racing for it is Anya McAllister, but McAllister's foot just in there. And Armagh have curtailed the Balearian girl pretty well so far. She scored 5 goals last week, and as I said, she may have been the hot topic in the Armagh dressing room before the game started, and I'm sure during the week. Here's a chance now for Kiva McNally. McNally bearing in on goal. McNally might have a goal mind on a mind, and the goalkeeper gets a foot to it, comes back out, but there's still a chance for Lenihan. But Lenihan's effort deflected out for a 45. But the goalkeeper, Kiva Mullen, decided to go with the leg there, but it did enough. It stopped the effort from McNally. Come back out then to Clara Lenihan. Lenihan, effort deflected out for a 45, which was taken here by Stanfield. Stanfield back again. Stanfield a point in the first half, fancies a second one. She watches this one dropping in. The umpire one nod to the other, and Annie Stanfield has her second point of the day. The wing half back coming forward and has kicked 2 sweetly struck points, and Armagh lead by 2 points as they kick out way over to the far side to Shona Fullerton. Keeps it in play over on the far side. Fullerton confronted there by Clara Lenihan. Gets away from Lenihan. Fullerton still going. Fullerton up along the wing. Looks for support. Put under pressure there by Lenihan. Has to play it into the centre. That takes a wicked bounce, but it might favour the Derry girl here. Rihanna Doherty. Doherty up along the wing looking for McAllister. McAllister tracked there by Aaron Murphy. As McAllister looks to get support. Plays it back to Aoife Gormley. Gormley sidesteps the challenge, but Stanfield getting back at her. McAllister there, but under pressure. And McAllister wins it back again, and she got a little tug there. McAllister seems to be coming out deeper, maybe looking to get more hand on the ball. Plays a good ball in there to Carla Collins. Back out again. An opportunity here for McAllister. Tried the dummy solo, but Aoibhinn Donoghue was having none of it. She gathers possession. Plays a good ball over to the far wing. There's a chance now for Ciara Carr. Ciara Carr coming driving through the centre, but she left the ball behind her. And it's the Derry girl defender that comes out and picks it up. Dara Rose McElhinney it was. And now it's Derry's turn again to try and put in an attack as Devessa Quinn juggles with possession, but comes forward and in behind. There's a chance now for Natalie McKenna. McKenna in behind is the midfielder, and there's a chance here for Rihanna Doherty, but it's gone to the wrong side from Doherty and wide. They had 7 wides in the first half, that the first of the second half, and the referee I think is going to throw this one up because the goalkeeper, he's punishing the goalkeeper. The players weren't outside the 21. It's going to be a free in here to Derry, and a chance for the Oakleaf County to reduce the deficit. The players not outside the 21 when the goalkeeper cleared. So that, of course, is a free in to the opposition, and a chance here for Collins, who hit the last point of the first half, to come forward, and she's happy with it. And the Lavey girl has converted 3 frees this afternoon, and it's back to a 1-point game with 4 minutes gone in the second half. Out here now is McAllister, as you say, playing very deep now. No ball up along the wing looking for McKenna, but Natalie McKenna was waiting for it. Comes off the Armagh girl there. Erin Murphy got a hand into it, just deflected the ball out over the sideline, which is going to be taken by McKenna. Natalie McKenna looking for the runner, and the runner comes from Gemma Shivers. Shivers offloads it now to Aoife Gormley. Was Gormley's ankles tripped, the referee playing the advantage. And Derry try to come through here through Gormley. Gormley driving through, Gormley with the effort, good block down, but the referee going back for the earlier free. No advantage accorded. And Derry have a chance again for Carla Collins, the Lavy girl, to level it up here in the 5th minute of this second half of this under-16 silver final, live from St McCartney's in Armagh, as Collins takes a long look at the posts, the roadside goals here in Father Hackett Park, but she's pulled it away over to the far side, and that will go down as a 9th wide for Derry.
Everybody picked up, Derry, come on! Everybody picked up!
As the goalkeeper gathers the ball from behind the goal. Emma Morta, the Drummond T girl, looking for a runner. Now she plays it down the centre, but that's straight to Carla Collins. Collins offloads it there to Rihanna Doherty, and the referee says that she was pushing at her player offer. So it's a free to Armagh. Over here looking for Ciara Carr. Carr out ahead of Sarah Loughran. Carr inside. Oh, comes off the shins there of the Armagh girl, but it comes to 18 Trainer. Trainer holds off the challenge, gives it down to Kiva McNally. McNally, the Derry News girl, a goal in the first half. Coming driving forward here, and she's still going as McNally. McNally going towards the Derry goal, and she's still going. McNally will go for the point, but she's gone to the near post. And it's out as a first wide of the second half for Armagh. Their 3rd in all. And it's a chance gone a begging for the Armagh girls. The kick out coming now from Derry Columkills, Kiva Mullen. Mullen, plenty of distance in it, looking for her team captain Rihanna Doherty. Slipped through the hands of Doherty, but it comes back at her again. Doherty goes to ground, but it's picked up there by Aoibhinn Donoghue. Donoghue into the corner. Lucy Doyle back to Donoghue again. Donoghue sidesteps the challenge, referee plays the advantage. There's going to be a shot for nothing. Good save from the goalkeeper, wonderful save, but the referee will go back for the free. But Kiva Mullen didn't know that, and if it had went into the net, the goal would have counted. But it's a splendid save from Kiva Mullen. Got down, pulled off a wonderful save to deny Aoibhinn Donoghue a goal, but the referee playing the advantage, so it will be a chance here for Ciara Carr. And the referee having a word there with Carr. Not sure what it was about, but obviously Declan Callahan knows exactly. I can tell you now, Ciara Carr knows what it was about as well. And Ciara Carr pops it over the bar. So a goal and 3 points now for the Greenmore girl. And Armagh move 2 points clear yet again. Ciara Carr with that free in the 8th minute of the second half. Aoife Gormley in possession. Up to Sarah Loughran. Further up now to Defessa Quinn. Quinn looks for support. Was pushed. And I can tell you, the Armagh support don't agree. So Defessa Quinn plays it back here to Aoife Gormley. Gormley up along the wing. Plays it inside to Sarah Loughran, now to Defessa Quinn. Quinn over the top, just about gets to the intended target, which is Rihanna Doherty. Doherty fists it across, but only as far as Ciara Carr. Carr well blocked down by Gemma Shivers. And in for the loose ball is Shona Fullerton. Fullerton breaks away from the challenge. Toe to hand here from Fullerton, trying to get away from another challenge. Referee plays the advantage. But Fullerton holds possession, but the referee going back for the little tug on the jersey. So it's going to be a free to Derry and a free to Carla Collins, who's got 3 points already off frees. 50% strike rate so far. Those 3 other ones have dropped to the wrong side of the post and wide, but this one's a short one into Gemma Shivers. Shivers running into trouble though. Gets the effort away. It's a dangerous one. It's in the back of the net from Gemma Shivers. Her second goal of the game. And suddenly again, it's Derry that get their noses in front. A wicked one again, dropping in under the crossbar. And it's a fourth goal of the game for Derry. It's the seventh goal in all in the game. And Derry now, with their tails up, come forward yet again. And the ball in, and a chance here for McAllister. Gathers possession. McAllister turns. Good block down though. Wonderful block down. It looked like back there is Grania O'Rourke. And Grania O'Rourke clears her lines. And it's straight out though to a Derry girl who come forward yet again, who lead by the narrowest of margins as Armagh give away a free again. Another foul over there on Shona Fullerton. So it's a free in to Derry, who lead by a single point, 4-5 to 3-7. Another absorbing encounter as Derry make a change. 18 coming in. Mia Slevin from the O'Donovan Rossall Club in Marfell is in to the Derry side, and the player coming off is Ella McBrearty from Steelstown. So Mia Slevin is in to the Derry side. A chance here for Carla Collins. She went short the last time. Will she try and go short this time? Nope, she's going, dropping it in. The goalkeeper watches it, slip through the hands of the keeper, go down under the challenge. It was Anya McAllister, referee having none of it. And Armagh get on with it. And Armagh now driving out of defence as they spread the ball in now, looking for Ciara Carr, but that's well read over there. Again from Dara Rose McElhinney. The Dungiven girl read that wonderfully to intercept that pass, and straight away into the action is Slevin. And Slevin is fouled. The Mahrafelt girl immediately getting a ball, hands on the ball, and Armagh are going to make a change now over on the far side. And 13 and 10, I'm not sure. I don't think it'll be Kiva McNally will be going off. I'm not sure. The two numbers that are held up were the two players that are already on the field, but I can tell you that number 10 has gone off, and that is Clara Lenihan. Has gone off, so I'm not sure who has come on. But here is Natalie McKenna. We will have a look in a wee moment. It's Rebecca Cunningham that was due to start, is into the Armagh side, and that ball's in there looking for McAllister. McAllister turns. McAllister with a shot. Goal for Derry. Anya McAllister. 5 goals last weekend. It was never going to be easy for Armagh to keep her quiet all afternoon, and she's got the back of the net for Derry's 5th goal of the game. And Anya McAllister back in around the square. She pulled out a little bit deeper at the start of the second half, but now she's rattled in a 5th goal for Derry, and they lead by 5-5 to 3-7. But don't rule out Armagh. We saw it last week and we saw it already. They can respond immediately, and they're coming forward already. But this one's across, and that's well cut out there by Aoife Gormley. And Gormley gathers possession. Coming soloing out of defence here now for Derry. As she looks for support, coming to meet her there is Leanne McCullough. McCullough breaking away from the challenge. McCullough trying to use the speed. Wonderful defending from the Armagh girl to get back at her there, which was Shifra Doherty. But McCullough still holds possession. Doherty getting back at her again, but McCullough holds on to it. Gives it in now to Natalie McKenna, leaves the ball behind her. Picked up now by Evine Doherty. Donoghue spreads it away over to the far side to Lucy Doyle. Doyle was the substitute, apologies, Rebecca Cunningham. Now it's with Doyle. Doyle in possession, breaks away from the challenge there to Vessa Quinn. Doyle uses Ciara Carr, but that's well read again from the Derry defence, coming out with it as they clear their lines into the centre, and they pick out Gemma Shivers. Shivers looking for a support, someone to come off the shoulder, and that player is Rihanna Doherty. Doherty in looking for McAllister, using her soccer skills. What's a touch from Anya McAllister. Wonderful block down though there from Erin Murphy, and that's picked up there by Stanfield. Stanfield spreads it over to the far side. Reading it well was Hannah McEldowney. McEldowney down, gathers possession, gives it to Sarah Loughran, and they mixed it up between them. And it's the Armagh girl that comes up with possession. Gives it now to Stanfield, holds off the challenge of McEldowney. Up now to Cunningham. Cunningham back again to Stanfield. Stanfield sidesteps the challenge and drives it long, looking for Lucy Doyle. But only one there is McElhinney. Dara Rose McElhinney juggles with possession just as Doyle come in. Fouled by Doyle. Free out to Derry. And we're going to have a change. And the player coming on is number 20. and that is Kiva Feehan, and she replaces the player that started was Fiona Loughlin. So a change. Oh, no, it's number 8 that's gone off. Apologies. Maeve Green is the player that has gone off.
Number 22, Molly Loughlin, replaces number 8, Dave Green.
And number 22 is also coming in. And number 22 is Molly Loughlin. Of course, Molly went off injured last week. And thankfully, she's okay and is back on the field. And it's great to see Molly out there again. It was worrying times here last week, but that one over again. McAllister just in behind. McAllister gathers possession. Getting back at her is Murphy. McAllister inside. A chance here for McCullough for the hat-trick. McCullough going to a goal! Goal for Derry. Another goal for Derry. A 6th goal of the day. And I think it's McCullough. It is McCullough. I wasn't sure if it was McCullough or Fullerton, but it's a hat-trick for Leanne McCullough. And it's a 6th goal, but already you can see McAllister. There's more into this game in the second half. And here come Derry again with Natalie McKenna. McKenna's pass inside, though, cut out there by the Armagh defence. But don't rule out this Armagh team coming back yet again, let me tell you, because they have showed it on plenty of occasions. 6-5 to Derry, 3-7 to Armagh. And here's Annie Stanfield coming through the centre. Stanfield driving through the middle, 2 points to her name already. Flicks it out to the outside. Chance here for Rebecca Cunningham. Cunningham across the goal for Armagh. Rebecca Cunningham with the goal for Armagh. A 10th goal of the game, a 4th for Armagh. And I told you, don't rule them out, because there were 4 points adrift last week. They went 5 clear, and then it was Derry's turn to come back. It's water break time, a chance to catch our breath. Derry 6-5, Armagh 4-7. Let me work it out. Armagh are on 19, Derry are on 23. 4 points between the sides. What a game of football yet again between these two sides. Producing an absolute thriller again here in St McCartans in Armagh. Swinging from end to end. Rebecca Cunningham's goal just before the water break will definitely have given the Armagh girls a big lift. You see them in the picture there. The management, of course, of Fergal Green and Aidan O'Rourke, along with Caroline O'Hare and James Feehan, the management team, issuing instructions, but I'm sure they believe that this side can come back again, because they showed it last week and they've showed it already this afternoon on times when Derry have struck and hit them. They have come back. Josh, you'll see there in your picture, getting all those close-up images down on pitch side. The players listening to the final instructions from the management before this final quarter that is evenly poised still. 4 points between them. Derry 6-5, 23 plays Armagh's 19, 4-7. Derry break away from their huddle. Anna Donnelly is into the Derry side, wearing number 27, the O'Donovan Ross and Mahara Felt girl. I said when she came on last week, she's a player with that oozes quality, and she showed it when she came off the bench last week. And she will add that spark again to the Derry side as the kick out comes. And waiting on it was Aoife Gormley. Goes down, but the referee plays on as Aoife Donoghue gets inside. Donoghue still going. Donoghue still going, might go for goal, but the goalkeeper has gone into the back of the net. Aoife Donoghue with the goal. And suddenly it's a 1 point game again here in Armagh. Donoghue with the goal. The goalkeeper got to it, but could only deflect it into the corner of the net. And Aoife Donoghue, the Clonairon girl, has rattled the net. 6-5 to 5-7. 1 point between the sides again. Armagh 5 goals and 7 points. Derry 6-5. We will get the scoreboard corrected in a minute. 5-7 to Armagh, 6-5 to Derry. Can Derry respond now? But Armagh, oh, the referee spotted. Armagh support not happy. But the referee much closer than we are here. Derry played across here to Aoife Gormley. Gormley
Get a handshake, get a
in looking for her clubmate Anna Donnelly, battles for possession. Referee says that the foot was in, and Armagh get on with it very quick. That could bunch over them all. Lucy Doyle turns. McCorriston get back at her, but Lucy Doyle wins the race. Inside her then is Stanfield. Stanfield cutting in, has got a body with her, but Stanfield might go for herself. Off the crossbar from Stanfield, and again it's Dara Rose McElhinney that's there, but Armagh back to Stanfield again. The sides are level. What a game of football. Anna Stanfield with her third point of the game rattled the crossbar, and the sides are level in St McCartan's. Armagh 5-8, Derry 6-5. Referee stops play though. A player down injured. This one is swinging one way then the other. When Leanne McCullough hammered in her third goal of the game, it left it 6-5 to 3-7. But then back came Armagh again. Rebecca Cunningham with a goal just before the water break, and then Aoibhinn Donoghue with a goal straight after the water break, and then that point there from Annie Stanfield has got the sides level here again. As Declan Callahan just down talking to the fourth official, you'll just catch there on your picture. Obviously something happening off the ball that the fourth official has spotted. And Declan Callahan talking to the umpire now at the road end goals, possibly to see if he has spotted what has happened here. But Callahan has got information. I'm not sure who he's looking for. It's looking like it's Natalie McKenna of Derry and the Armagh player. I think it's a substitute that come on, number 20, which is Kiva Feehan. Just having a word with both of them. Just a warning. Stern warning for both of them. Possibly to do with the gum shield, because I see, yeah, I think it was a gum shield. Feehan, the Shane O'Neill's girl, has run over to the bench to get the gum shield, I think it was. So she is back, and thankfully for Derry, it looks like Dara Rose McElhinney is okay, back on her feet. So play will resume with the sides level. Kiva Mullen out here now to McEldowney. McEldowney gathers possession under pressure there from Stanfield. Holds off the challenger. Stanfield. McEldowney clears her lines up along the wing. And racing after this one is Feehan. Feehan gathers possession. Gets the ball away just before the challenge comes in. Well picked up there by Lucy Doyle. Off now to Carr. Carr inside. Here's a chance now for McNally. McNally up against Dara Rose McElhinney. Inside. And here's an opportunity now for Armagh. Their goal chance here. Out to Rebecca Cunningham. Goal for Armagh. Rebecca Cunningham came off the bench, and she's just rattled in her second goal of the game. And Armagh lead by 3. Armagh 6-8, Derry 6-5. But I said it when Armagh were behind. Don't rule out Armagh. I'll say the same about this Derry team, because they have shown that they can come back as well. 12 goals between them, 6 apiece. They've continued on with it left off last Saturday. Ball into the corner. Challenge comes in, but Armagh hold possession. Now back out here to Carr. Carr looks for support. Coming out the back to McNally. Referee plays the advantage. It's going to be a free in to Armagh. And a chance for the Orchard County to extend the lead out. 9 minutes remain plus additional time. Derry make a change. Casey Derry is in. So Casey Derry is in, and the player coming off is Mace Levin on the Derry side. But a chance here for Ciara Carr to open up a 4-point advantage. No, she's put it to the wrong side and wide of the target. Remember, Derry led by 7 at one stage. Now they're trailing by 3 as the kick out comes from Mullen. Dropping round the centre, ball broken down, and it's Derry that pick it up. Here's Rihanna Doherty, the team captain, under pressure, needs to release it, runs into trouble, still under pressure, holds possession, did very well to hold possession. Back to her again is Doherty. Doherty going through the centre, good strong hand in from the Armagh defence. Coming out of it now is Aaron Murphy. And Armagh passing the ball through the hands. Stanfield, who has been absolutely superb. Stanfield spreads it over to the substitute, the goal machine. Back to Stanfield, now to Kiva McNally. McNally. In behind is Lucy Doyle. Chance for Armagh. Oh, she pulled it wide. Pulled it wide of the target from Lucy Doyle when it looked certain that Armagh had another goal. The Derry defence were stretched, but Doyle the ball over the far sideline. And a sideline ball to Armagh, who are in no rush to take it. 7 minutes remain. The lead by 3, 6-8 to 6-5. Rebecca Cunningham, ball into the, but it's picked out there by Donnelly. There seemed to be foul coming out. Yes, there's the referee. A foul there on Anna Donnelly. Encouraging the goalkeeper to come out and take it. I think it'd be a wee bit too far possibly. So it's going to be taken instead by Casey Derry, the Sean Dolan's girl. The referee just telling her, or the lines person going in to signal the exact spot as to where it is going to be taken. As she takes it back into the centre now to McCorriston. And I see McElhinney down at the moment. So at the moment, Derry just down to 14 players. And coming forward here is Aoife Gormley, but getting back at her. Good tackling there from Aoibhinn Donoghue, but the referee says free in to Derry. The Armagh support again voicing their disagreement to the Donegal official. Remember, both Donegal and Armagh meet tomorrow in the senior final. Coming forward now is Gemma Shivers, trying to hold off the challenge there of Kiva Hurricane. Shivers cuts inside the challenge. In behind now, a chance here now for Leanne McCullough. 3 goals to her name already. Back to Shona Fullerton. Back out again into the centre, but they can't find a way through at the moment. Great defending out now to Natalie McKenna. There's time for points if they take them. Back out, and the referee says a free in. Anya McAllister looking to try and take it quickly. Decides not to, leaves it down. Still plenty of time, 5 minutes remain. They seem to be just pushing, looking for a goal when possibly points were on, but they have the opportunity here with the free. And the referee makes his way over to the far side. The linesman has come in and has spotted possibly something, or is he going to talk to the Armagh management? He seems to be going over to talk to the Armagh management. So Anya McAllister with this free, I'm sure she'll go for a point, but with Anya and Anya's ability, you would not rule out a goal. She scored one from roughly around the same position last weekend, but that was a quick free. But Armagh have got the bodies back on defence. The referee just having a word there with the Armagh management. But here is Anya McAllister, the Balean girl. I'm sure she'll take her point, which she does, and taps it over the bar. So a 2-point game. McAllister reduces the deficit. Armagh by 2. 4 minutes of normal time remain. And the kick out comes from Morta. Wonderful catch there from Feehan. Feehan up along the line. It's a race now between McNally and Derry. McNally wins the race. McNally is fouled by Derry. Referee plays on. In now to Feehan. Oh, wonderful challenge from Derry. But it's going back for the earlier free as Derry make a change. Kate McGilligan is in for Dara Rose McElhinney, who seemed to be struggling with the knee, the injury. And she has been replaced. A free into Armagh. Armagh lead by 3 points. We have just over 3 minutes of normal time remaining here in this thrilling under-16 silver final, brought to you live from Armagh. Coming through the centre again is Annie Stanfield. Stanfield for her 4th of the day, but the umpire's look has gone to the wrong side and wide. Another chance goes a begging for Armagh. Derry are still very much in this game. The kick out coming from Kiva Mullen. hanging in the air. Ball bounced down, picked up by Aoibhinn Donoghue inside, and surely this to wrap it up. Ciara Kerr into the goal for Kerr. Ciara Kerr with the goal. A 7th goal for Armagh. And Ciara Kerr rattles the net, and is that to be the score that finally decides this thrilling silver under-16 final. Armagh 7-8, Derry 6-6, and here come Armagh yet again. And Aoibhinn Donoghue, who has been absolutely fantastic, has won a free. One of the 2 changes to the starting side, as Derry make another change. Leanne McCullough is coming off, the 3-goal hero, and the player going in is Grace Loughran. But time is running out on Derry. But they were in this position last week, and somehow they found themselves a way back. But they need to get the ball up the other end of the field. Lucy Doyle inside now to Ciara Kerr. Kerr holds off the challenge illegally, so Callahan gives a free out. Is there anything left in the Derry tank to respond again? As I said, they were in this position last week, and they found a way. Can history repeat itself though? Natalie McKenna with a free. Over to the wing, very close to the sideline, out over the sideline off the hand of Devessa Quinn. Sideline ball to Armagh. Supporters finding their voices to try to edge home their under-16 side. Tomorrow they'll be cheering on their seniors in the Ulster Senior Final in Clonus against Donegal. Derry will be making their way to Abbottstown to cheer on the under-14s in an All-Ireland final. Tyrone are also in an under-14 All-Ireland final against Waterford. We've got Cavan and Tyrone in the under-16 Platinum final tomorrow. 4 games down for decision tomorrow. In St Tiernack's Park we have 2 of them, the under-16 Platinum final and the Senior Ulster final. And then in Abbottstown we've got Derry and Offaly and Tyrone and Waterford in the under-14 finals. As Ciara Kerr drives this ball in, under it is Natalie McKenna, gathers possession for Derry, but Derry need to get the ball up the other end of the field, and they're struggling to get it out of defence at the moment, but Aoife Gormley drives out with it there. And now Derry try to turn possession, defence, and try to move it forward. Driving forward is Gormley. Under pressure though, uses Shona Fullerton. Fullerton looks forward, there's 2 players marking Anya McAllister. A chance here for Shivers, in behind, might be an opportunity here for the substitute. Trying to work her way through, Grace Loughran, but Loughran gives away the foul. It's a free to Armagh, taken into the centre to Donoghue. Donoghue now to Ciara Kerr. Kerr just gets the ball away in time, but it's only as far as Natalie McKenna. McKenna fists it forward now to Devessa Quinn. We're into additional time. There could be at least 2-3 minutes of that. Waited in possession, and in there was Molly Loughran. Molly Loughran coming forward here for Armagh. Under pressure, fouled by Derry. Free to Armagh. Molly Loughran wins the free for Armagh. In now to Lucy Doyle. Doyle running at the Derry defence. Doyle might have a go herself. Going to drop short, but it's stuck on the flag. Chance for Rebecca Cunningham with the point. Rebecca Cunningham put 6 between them. She could have had a hat-trick, but she took her point. As the referee looks at the watch, but there'll be time yet. And the kick out is going to go out over the sideline. It's not going to cross the 21, so it's out over the sideline. It's a sideline ball to Armagh, and Annie Stanfield is going to take it here. We've already a minute of additional time played. The Armagh management, Jim Shannon, and there's all smiles there. Jim Shannon, of course, representing Ulster, just telling them to hold on a wee minute. It's not over yet. And here's Annie Stanfield going to have a go. This one's away over. Under this, Ciara Kerr. Kerr lets it bounce, but Kerr uses her height advantage, holds off the challenge. Touched on the ground, was it? Yes, it was. A free in to Armagh, and that will run down the clock for Armagh, who lead by 6 in a thrilling silver decider. Yet again, both these teams putting on an exhibition of top quality football, and it's Armagh that are edging closer to the silverware, and they hold possession and run down as much time as they can. They're coming forward yet again with McNally, with the effort, and that's a wonderful point. Superb point for Armagh. I think it's Kiva McNally. It is indeed Kiva McNally. And surely that is that. There's definitely no way back for Derry at this stage, you would feel. 7 points between the sides. Ball out around the centre. Rebecca Cunningham is beaten to it, but in there helping. They're still battling. It's the Derry girl that comes out of it. Grace Loughran. Loughran is fouled. Free to Derry. Encouraged by the Derry support to get the ball forward, but not on this occasion because Kiva Feehan, the O'Neill's girl, was in there. But the ball shepherded to safety and into the hands of a Derry girl. There was Anna Donnelly was over there just shepherding and holding off the Derry challenge. The referee encouraged to blow it over by the Armagh support, but Derry come forward. Natalie McKenna coming driving forward here. Over now to Shona Fullerton. Fullerton sidesteps the challenge. Referee plays the advantage ball in here, looking for McAllister in behind. McAllister with a goal chance. McAllister with a goal for Derry. You cannot keep her quiet. Anya McAllister breathes a little bit of life into Derry yet. And they have a 7th goal. But there's 4 points between the sides. We've played 3.5 minutes of additional time. And there's a change. And Aoibhinn Donoghue has been substituted. She has ran herself into the ground as the Clonairon girl. And coming in is number 24, Amy McMahon from Silverbridge. The kick out comes. Possession will be vital. Picked up there by Anna Donnelly. Is there still life in Derry? The referee just stopping play. Just making sure that Kiva Feehan is okay. She is, but Derry had possession, so they will hold possession. Told to go on. The ball drove in again. The ball bounced, picked up there by Shivers. Gemma Shivers. Inside her is Natalie McKenna. 4 points between the sides. McKenna can wonderful block down. Referee says free out though. Free out for pushing the player away, but a wonderful block down from Aaron Murphy from Mullablack. And Armagh by 4. Referee looks at the watch. I think he's going to blow it. Just telling Armagh to get on with it. He's still playing on. Armagh hold possession. In the hands here of Kiva Hurricane. Free in for the same, pushing the player away. Gemma Shivers dropping it in, looking for Anya McAllister. The referee spotted a push in the back. Free out to Armagh. Chance goes for Derry. And Armagh edging closer. But the way these two teams play, you can never rule it out until that final whistle. Armagh in possession, leading by 4. Up along the far wing. Picked up there by Rebecca Cunningham. 2 goals since she was introduced off the bench. Into the corner looking for Lucy Doyle. Tracked over there by Shannon McCarson. Lucy Doyle gathers possession. Lucy Doyle bearing in on goal to wrap it up. Lucy Doyle fists it over the bar. Yes, she has. Lucy Doyle, the coolest person, fists it between the posts and puts 5 points between the sides, and Armagh make a change. And there you can see the Armagh bench, and Lucy Doyle's last action was to fist that one over the bar. She has now been replaced, and coming in is Alicia Roberts from Arrogue. And in your picture, the Derry goalkeeper. With the kick out, it's all over, and Armagh are the champions. It's delight on the Armagh substitutes bench. They have won a thrilling game after a replay. It's Armagh 7-11, Derry 7-6, but credit goes to both of these teams. A wonderful game of football yet again from both the teams this afternoon. But it's Armagh that dug deep. Derry led by 7 at one stage, but back came Armagh again with a wonderful final quarter, inspired by substitute Rebecca Cunningham, who come off the bench, got 2 goals, one of them just before the water break that had reduced the deficit to a 4-point game. But then they powered on in that final quarter with 3 further goals, but Derry never lay down. They kept coming back and were given a lifeline with a McAllister goal. But Armagh deserved winners in the end with 5 points to spare, and you can see the delight. It smiles among the faces of the Armagh girls, who are crowned under-16 silver champions for 2022, and deservedly so. And you can see the encouragement of the management there. Delight all around. And remember, tomorrow afternoon Armagh have that opportunity to add on a senior championship when they face Donegal in the Ulster Senior Football Championship final in St Tiernack's Park in Clonus. That will be preceded, of course, by the under-16 Platinum final between Cavan and Tyrone, and not forgetting Derry and Tyrone under-14s, both of those in All-Ireland under-14 action tomorrow afternoon up in Abbottstown in Dublin. Derry will take on Offaly, while Tyrone will face Waterford in their All-Ireland final. So best luck to all the teams taking part tomorrow, but again, congratulations to Armagh, who are crowned under-16 champions again this afternoon in the silver final. A thrilling game. Credit to Derry as well. They played their part in a wonderful game. We'll try to get some reaction with the winning camp now, but we'll stay tuned. And I'll join you soon from pitchside after the presentation. But there you can see a delighted Armagh side making their way over.
So manager should be more beef over there. The manager be more. She needs a good speaker. Very good speaker, she would actually.
Because they head off in the end. Thank you so much to the Guards, because it's one of the best teams I've ever played with. And you are a talent to yourself, so I'm so proud of you. Glad to do this for the county and the club. Thank you.
Come here. Okay.
I'm delighted to be joined by Fergal and Sinead. Firstly, I'm going to come to you, Sinead.
Okay.
Sinead, as a neutral to cracking games of football,
Yeah.
as a player, how was it to be involved in them?
It was an honour. It really was. Very intense games. It put us to our paces and we really challenged ourselves. But it was really good just to come out in the end with a victory. Our hard work paid off, so it was really good.
What is the secret of this Armagh side? Because you look like you are beaten, but as I said during commentary, never rule out this Armagh side. You have serious character among that bunch of girls.
We do. The girls are just a credit to themselves. I think it's the resilience and the hard work that Fergal and the management have drilled into us, and it's just honestly the best group of girls I've ever played with. So, yeah.
I'll come back to you in a minute. Fergal, you're obviously drilling this into them, but as a manager, you were 7 points down at one stage, but this team, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, that's one thing you say about this team is that they don't know when they're beat, and they have plenty of confidence. They're all good footballers, and we've plenty of faith in them, and it showed there both in the first match and then the replay when we were really against the wall at times, particularly the early part of that second half. We really were on the ropes. But it just shows you the strength of character of them. They are a credit to themselves, to their clubs, and to their county.
Your opposition as well. It's times last week and this week where you got ahead of them. You looked like you had them buried, but they found something to come back at you as well. But this week you were making sure they weren't going to come back at you again.
Yeah, but it's I take the analogy of a boxing fight. It was just we were slugging it out, and even though they were up at one stage, we were confident we could peg them back, and similarly whenever we were up, we knew that Derry were going to come back at us, because Derry are a very good footballing side, well coached, and fair play to them. Unfortunately one team has to come off worse, and fortunately for us, we came on the right side of it.
Back to you, Sinead. I think you've gone to an All-Ireland series now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe is it an All-Ireland series?
Yeah,
Right, yes.
yeah.
So obviously you should take a lot of courage from this, and you should want to go one step further now.
Yeah, it'll really power us on. As Fergal was saying, Derry are a very strong side, so we know that there's stronger teams to come up against in the future, but we just need to prepare and keep that resilience in ourselves. So, yeah.
Surely both of those games will do you the world of good and brought you on even more.
Definitely. I think we know that we need to work hard and keep up the training, because that's what's going to get us through in the end.
And just finally, I know Fergal, they can only start 15.
Yeah.
But we saw what come off the bench. Rebecca Cunningham come off and she had 2 goals. I know she was listed to start but didn't start. But you have such a panel to pick from, and it must be great drive and training.
It is, and they really challenge us for our positions, and it's just a pity for those girls who don't get to start. But they really just are an asset to our team when they do come on, and they know their role as soon as they come on, and they're as much of a part of that winning team as sitting on the bench. So yeah,
must be a dream to captain them.
It is. They're the greatest group of girls. So they are.
And Fergal,
we actually had 2 girls missing there today.
Yeah.
For one reason or the other. Eva Cassidy, she broke a finger in a challenge match 2 weeks ago. We thought we might have had her back today, but unfortunately she got bad news during the week, so she was a big loss to us in the forward line. And Elsie Druce, we really missed Elsie today, driving forward, because she's a cracking player. She's going to be a great player for our club and for our county in years to come. So,
and just also, we left here last week, I suppose, worried, concerned about Molly Loughran, but she came on as a sub today. I suppose that was one of the great things, looking in to see her back playing football so quick.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know whether she was going to participate at all today or not. We were a bit nervous. Now we'd got the all clear from the physio. She had done a workout, so she seemed to be in. I'm sure she was disappointed she wasn't starting, but we just felt, look, we just put it on pause and see how the game develops, and if we need to throw her in for 10 or 15 minutes, we'll do that. And unfortunately, it shows you the strength of character there, that after a bad knock last week, that she was keen to get back in and back in with the girls. So she's a credit to herself as well.
Huge day tomorrow for Armagh, obviously in the Ulster Senior Final. So you've got the weekend off to a winning start. You can't let it go without mentioning tomorrow.
No.
Are they going to do it tomorrow as well?
Well, I hope so. I think the omens are good there, so they are. The omens are good, so let's hope so.
Yeah.
Well done again.
Thanks
for joining us.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay.
Well, that brings the curtain down on the silver final. Another absolutely thrilling encounter. Credit to both sides. Unfortunately, there had to be a winner, there had to be a loser. Today it belonged to Armagh. They dug deep and they were crowned under-16 champions. But again, thanks once again to all the Just Content team, and wherever you are tuned our way, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we did. Thank you.